Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Come on, girl. The gate's open now. We can press on.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
What is God? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rosfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A mother crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rosfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did? Benedict.
I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Did the Royalists bring them from Ash? Are the Beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us. We've been So much for the men of the Rock. Dhalmekia's finest. Won't be going any further this way. Stairs. This must be the way out. Sneaking past this one. How did it get in here? Going for it. Too slow. Flames. Come on, Torgal. Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me, Paul.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Mythos.
Did the orcs do this too? for him.
Help me, boy.
First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle. Just what I needed.
Stay down! It's over! All yours, Toggle! Toggle, kill!
That had better be the last of them.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
You got away from her! Benedicta!
But if you can do it,
then so could I!
let's give this a try. Not bad. you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Ah! Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
I'd better give Otto the good news. Walkways need
Sid.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now. We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it? It's a long story. One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave, as did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home? The mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall. It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though. And what can I do for you? It's a relief. Thank you. Nice to have a bit of good... I don't say it often. Is it business or pleasure? You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Well, don't just stand there gawping. I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else? Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
My knowledge is yours. Look around. Still, why? I have said it many times. His story is ended. Were you aware? But what of the twins themselves? Yes, change will come. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kupka is dead.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud.
I can't remember the last time she visited the old salt's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Let me know if you find any books worth reading.
Oh, we've hundreds of them in the shelves.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Think Mid might need some help.
We're seeing troops amassing at every port.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. We can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I like to see him try.
In your own time.
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir.
Even trust. Gone, just like that.
What's the matter?
I'd go and look for him myself, loath though I am to rely.
I'll see what I can do.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere.
All right.
It would make a...
Ready, go?
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me in.
Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you miss the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole, and now she's gone. What am I supposed to do? I ask her.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work.
Recapture it? You know, I have to get back to the bakery right away.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then. Come on.
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my...
Master, it's red.
I dare.
Just a steeple peaks. True, my loaves collapse, and look, in Master, I have found...
well, if it tastes off as... not only is my apprentice, I don't know how you did it. Now, Dusan, I know
it
you're...
would make a fine...
It's have pride of place in Castle Dastor.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Let's go. Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Enough.
Oh, that might even be an... Here, before we... Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain? Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me, after Blackthorn gets what he needs.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
After it.
to you. Sid.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
And we had to dig a new cellar.
Ah.
Go on.
There are whisperings, rustlings in the... It may be no more than a surf. Given what I hope...
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking.
All right.
Hello,
Right.
Sid.
Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid?
There is actually. Quentin tells me people have...
I heard the rumours, mind, from the...
Right.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
I've caught my share of it, as did my grandfather before me.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of
No, but other...
Where was that?
In Lorbert's Park. Was out, foraging, ran back here as quick...
I see. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet, then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
You there. Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shield. Here.
What the hell are you doing here? What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
Good day to you.
It's all but spent. What do we
The crystals we get from the tailor all but worthless.
Clive.
I found some black shields.
Black shield, though they serve another master. And it would appear the pack, damn it all. And bite back.
I'm sorry. Who did the black shield serve?
Because I want him.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of...
I don't understand. Why him?
I was a member of the judiciary once, and fight it I did. I saw more than a few corrupt officials, and throughout, it was the Lord...
So what, Shay?
I discovered that he hunted back. I was a fool to think he shared a means of ridding himself of his right. His response, however... And he faced... I lost everything. The faith I had once... So I set about I tracked down every... But the man himself proved with money and power. And so I saw that I would need it. I came here to Lostwing and...
Everyone...
Of course. They'd seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare our wounds are the same. We know where he hides. What we did not know until now...
Quentin.
Our time is short. My friends and comrades...
I'm not going to change his mind.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Good day.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn.
Yeah. Cheers for the stardust.
We should... You're beat sneaking around.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got...
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Suppose we'd better be...
Give us a shout if you need...
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
It hasn't been
Editors started reading books that don't have any...
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that...
Excellent.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll...
salvage from the ruins.
But we...
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular... What's the name back there, Ulgi?
What's her name?
Oh, Sid. I'll show you the... Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the... Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve... In other words, this is where the helm comes in. It connects... Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are... And not only that, they're also... Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the...
You can stop there. Mid said we might... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I It's no longer a matter of just walking in and...
I see. Would that help?
Oh, very much. I'll gather my team and head there right away.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
If you're ready, we leave at once. Come on. Yeah!
Oh, there you are. The, ruins are just over there.
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll,
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena.
Excellent.
And just...
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek.
Tomes? Yeah, I've got all the details written. Can you take this to him?
Right away. Hippocrates.
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for Mid this. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. What are these notes?
She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, as you can imagine. She's struggling to find anything that meets her need.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution.
Perhaps. It is not a different material.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials.
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. An obelisk... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it.
So if we...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide... I shall speak to them, and if you would be so kind as to procure the necessary... The knowledge of the past may yet...
Thank you, Hop. And since you're asking others to help...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need.
The other can assist me in researching how best...
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my...
So, Clive, who will accompany you?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Now, of course, they can be obtained with...
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
There's talk that the glass gate flooded.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiling.
Those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in fresh cuts. Come and get them before...
You haven't much, but you're free to look. I trust it's all here.
All anyone ever wants anymore is water. Great. How am I supposed to make a living?
Buy, sell, or be gone.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now, all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Is there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, then I was just explaining, and now that we have...
You can count on me. I've...
What about the shield?
Work is underway.
Apparently...
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join?
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
We're seeing troops amassing at every
I think Mid might need some help.
Sorry to keep you, but you'll be pleased to know that,
You found something
in a manner of speaking, he's supervising the...
brilliant.
Don't thank me.
Right then, let's do the Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not
Displacement stacks.
same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too, now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
That's a ship.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
Trouble with the ledgers. What could be wrong with Torgor? Hopefully it's nothing. Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on, and you might still be doubting your craft. Perhaps sharing it.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you got a keen eye, I'll give. It's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and it...
So that's what's trouble.
No. Not trouble.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers.
That's about a sword.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always... And we can't have our master blacksmith.
You're a soft touch, you know, but I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen... I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read, but I didn't say how we're wrong with him. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown. Didn't like him, which he's not been working him.
No harder than... Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it he said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the laws...
Then maybe this all has something to do.
I suppose things have been different. Perhaps Hippocrates...
Instead of everything.
You're looking...
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you...
Running around.
I suppose I am, yes.
Little wonder. There's not many like that make it as far as... Which made it nice.
Can you tell me who...
You think I'd help it? Suppose you're not, like, fine. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. And he's got more money than sense. We reckon he'll still be at the inn in...
Thank you, Cap.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate... Lawsman.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she...
I rather think she might be right. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. If we assume that... It may well be that the bones... Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals. As to where one might find a suitable substitute...
I don't recall ever...
And little wonder. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing...
Even so.
Good hunting.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm...
Shh, Otto. A little. And it's... Sadly, that's... I can straighten it out. I'm gonna need help.
Bit late.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming, you get Clive to come to you. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well?
Oh, just Martha.
We owe 3 of our money.
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and...
Those lodges will...
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lied after the king's ransom we had off him. Besides, we'll need to learn to
All right. But that doesn't... Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. A little something Sid and I said, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualify.
I'm sure they would.
But you know how it is with this place.
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master?
Because...
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Drake's fang is gone. The whole mother crystal. My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Eikonic.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be—
Please. His lordship is going through a difficult time.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf. This is—
Very good. Would you mind stepping out?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from...
Ah.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignack's...
You have but to state it.
I want an audience with Lord Ignack.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw with the thief...
I did not. No. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamul is...
And that's where I'm headed.
I shall speak to Lord Ignack in your absence.
That will be very...
Farewell.
I would have been to the back. Faster! Got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Nice try.
Slow.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone, a mineral, and that is the key. Wyvern, it occurs to me that take this, the very stone of which I spoke, and a far more fitting.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lord.
I am locked in bitter I am one step.
Are there many other
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern, may our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't daunt.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Things would have been
How the
different
hell
if
is
the
anyone
mother
to know?
not cracked.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
It's all right.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Olive Talc?
Milady.
Gif. Oh my. Clive, you really have...
Otto asked me to give it to you to settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil, and to compensate you for the time it took us.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as the man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's. For all...
Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago. And blamed himself. I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything he could have done.
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit.
Clive!
I wasn't expecting, but it seems we still owe you. And though I doubt it's...
A star, Ruby? It's worth at least twice what you owe me.
Think of the differences.
Interest? Anyway, why are you a bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debt?
Something like that.
Same as all. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently probably knew that without his strong arm, and Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, and when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it.
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. I reckon what he saw in Sid, and don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're that, and...
I suppose I do. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us. Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it seemed like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me.
I was just on my way to see him.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get a sight. One hit and it wouldn't be so bad if all you... Good luck on the battlefield.
Even so, is there...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone, but there'd be no replacing this little rock once. I reckon we get a dozen swords from swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. Nah, no point trying. But finishing our blades with a whetstone, and what's finer than just imagine it. Good Valis. I won't make a copy now.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be just... Don't push yourself to...
I've been working day and night since I... Hey, I owe you one, August.
You'll be happy to hear.
I'll see that my debt to you's paid. You come and find me when...
Right.
Ah, Clive, were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman.
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady...
About how...
Precisely that. A reasonable... The Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Sid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate.
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed.
Oh, he's more than an ally.
Is that the thing Tomes helped build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. So Lady Karen...
Ah, but she was just too stuck. She threw it right back in my face, in fact.
Karen
I hope it wasn't...
I'm sure you were attacked. Lady Catgoat tells me, would you prefer that...
What that? I may have but those were donations.
Of course not. Pardon what? Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude.
Oh, so you're fine. But I'm... Where'd you even get this? A canny one, meanwhile. Might be might be you even know her. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
I hear you ended up thanks to this lot I sometimes want.
Speaking of which...
Oh! So you...
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about...
most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him. How long did you know?
Before he died. 20 summers. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. He bought passage to... We set up drinking island rum till the morning bell. Quit my post not long after that. But me and Sid stayed close. That was... before fate stepped in. The magic woke inside my son soon after, and there was no hiding.
Couldn't you and your family?
My family wanted the monster. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life of me understand. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
I think Mid might need some help.
Well. Here. Sit.
Let's hear it.
Well, lovely bit of kit. Problem is, it won't, which is why I've been looking.
I imagine Ty could get some proper. So what exactly?
Nothing but gave me a sample. You pour the blackest. So, and do you know what I found out?
I take it.
I sort of would have gone myself, but.
All right.
Thank you.